Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai haere mai, and welcome to Wellington College for this semi-final in the Wellington First 15 Premiership between the home side Wellington College and Scots College. And if it's anything like the round 2 fixture, with Wellington College winning in spectacular fashion, 21 points to 17. A try at the end to Taina Hingston Mill, who scored in the northern right-hand corner to win the game for Wellington College. And they were trailing at half-time. They didn't even have a point on the board. But today's a different story. Wellington College top of the competition, unbeaten. Scots finishing 4th, and pretty much the top 4 was decided roughly about 4 weeks before the semi-finals. Well, today, joining me in co-commentary, she's a rugby referee, and she's been well known for filming on her phone and commentating Wellington College games over the years. Andrina Patterson, many thanks for joining the broadcast.
Thank you for letting me join your illustrious commentary.
Now tell us about yourself, Andrina. This year you've taken up the whistle for the first time refereeing.
I have. I whistled the under 55 third-fourth match between St Pat's Town and Wellington College Black, and it was a really good game. And St Pat's Town came off with the win by quite considerable margin.
Well, here's Wellington College coming out of their tunnel from the pavilion. And they've got a loyal bunch of supporters here on the terraces. Surprising they didn't turn the field around like they do for quad, Andrina.
Well, I think they didn't turn the field around because it cost $15,000 to do it, and it is still a state school. But doesn't the pitch look great given the rain? It's the best it can be for a poor drainage pitch, but it certainly looks superb for this afternoon's really critical match.
Well, considering we've had a decent winter this year, the last 2 winters have just been absolutely appalling in the capital city. Of course, they played out at McAllister Park last week, Wellington College against Tawa, won comfortably, and they're led out here by their captain, Harry Law, in jersey 4. Not only is he a fantastic rugby player and a lock, he's also a very talented cricketer, Andrina.
Yes, he is very talented, and I hear a rumour is he's interested in going to a University of Canterbury next year, so he might be pairing up with Jack Riley, the first 15 representative from last year, and I understand that they're researching all the clubs, so Harry's got a bright future in front of him. We'll
also be giving you score updates from the other semi-final, St Pat's Silverstream and St Pat's Town. That also is live on Huddy Sports YouTube, so if you've got two TVs in your house, you can watch two games at once.
So do listen to Huddy Sport and watch it. It's a local offering, and Brad does a great job at covering local rugby here in the Wellington region.
Our referee today is Steve Newson. He's a Premier referee, 90 Premier games. He received his blazer this year as a Premier referee. They changed the rule this year. That used to be 100, it's now 50. Steve's a mechanic during the week, and often at prize givings brings a different date each time.
Well, let's hope I can sort of read his calls, or else I'll be a bit embarrassing, won't I?
Yeah. And Drina, of course, will be listening to Steve's decisions throughout the game. We're still waiting for Scots College, and they've decided to take the long way around. They're going to come around the back of the pavilion and down the path of the terraces, and they'll be led out by their captain, and Jake Lawson. Scots this season, they've had a few injuries to their team. Manuhita Gardner, unfortunately, he had a shoulder injury, came back, didn't last that long, and he's now having to require surgery. So that is a massive loss for Scots this season, as Manuhita Gardner.
Well, he's played very well this season too, and that's a real shame, but I'm sure he'll come back better.
So a healthy crowd here. Of course, just before the second 15, Andrina had a good win, 24-17. It was 17-all for a while until the last 2 minutes.
It was. Rory Mayo, a really talented wing, really cemented that win. It was extremely close. They won against Hutt Valley 2 weeks ago by a considerable margin, so Hutt Valley really brought that game. It was incredibly exciting right to the last few minutes.
And it's 50 games today for Riti Naurimu, the dynamic open side flanker for Scots, number 7. Watch out for him this afternoon. He's probably going to be key to Scots if they're going to have a chance in this semi-final. The other semi-final is underway. This one, of course, just running a bit behind time. Conditions, it's a cloudy day with a little bit of sun, but the field is in top knit condition, and it's going to be Scots kicking to the northern end of Wellington College, number 1. Of course, they went this direction in round 2, and they got off to a flyer that day. But it's a different story today. It's semi-final action. Scots, Wellington College. As we await Steve Newson to get this semi-final underway. He'll be assisted by Craig McWilliams and Corey Burgess, as it will be Alex McClashen who will kick deep just outside the 22. And well taken that time there by George Woodman. He's been dragged back inside his own 22, the northern end. The box kick comes through and doesn't really make much metres, but it was carried back as the call from the assistant referee.
Yes, it was. That's unfortunate from Bentley, Faulkner, the halfback. And I'm sure he didn't mean that, of course, Brett. Alex McCaslin is a very talented cricketer too.
Oh, is he?
And is in the New Zealand squads.
So Scots with the line-out drive and look to punish early and get a try on the ball. It's been brought down 5 away. Can they get the ball out in time? An advantage has been played against Wellington College. Lawson reaching in. And Newson brings proceedings. He's tapped it quickly as Lawson, but it wasn't on the mark. And so another penalty, the back for the penalty. And decision time here for Scots. And they'll put a scrum down.
That first drive was very impressive by Scots. They certainly looked like they were gathering momentum. Hopefully not ominous for Wellington College.
Well, the Wellington College season has been a great one. No losses in the capital city competition this year. They finished third at quad. They had to play a very talented Nelson College first up, did they what?
They were thoroughly outplayed by a very, very strong Nelson College.
Edwin Fa'a trips, slips, gets the pass off in time. Defence of Ollie Church is up to the task. Here's Edwin Fa'a again, wrapped up by Cicadia Swolga with that wild eccentric here. Out to Naurimu, and the ball's been lost that time there by Owen Cosgrove, and Wellington College will have the ball. Back to Archie Sims, and he will kick this towards the eastern touchline. And this time it will be a line out, 5 outside the 22. Archie Sims this season, 102 points in the Premiership. And one thing to add to his honour this season is he's got a full house against Silverstream in the traditional.
Oh, has he? I didn't even note that. You're one ahead of me, Brett.
Yeah. Messi and knocked on, that time there by Bulliai. And so it's going to be a Wellington College scrum, their first opportunity at scrum time. Another result actually in Drina. Adam Julian rang me before from Perth, and there's a luxurious conditions over there. In the Super 8 final today, Tauranga Boys won the Super 8 for the first time since 1999 against Hamilton Boys High School. And wait for the score, it was 37-0 to Tauranga Boys.
I don't think I've ever heard such a remarkable score, particularly in such a close competition. That's very surprising.
Faulkner fires it out to Sims, and he will put up the high Gary Owen. Underneath it, Alex McClashen. Under pressure! Smashed by Dan Hawes. The ball comes out just in time. And they've got opportunity here. Offloaded by Lowe. Richard Jones secured. He missed out in round 2 in this game. And there's a Scots player who is in la-la land at the moment. He is not looking well. And referee Steve Newson.
Is that Alex McCaslin, the number 15? He looks in trouble. He is not steady on his feet, and this is not looking good, Brad.
No, not. You don't wish this upon anyone, but we have these protocols now around blue cards.
And it will be up to the ref to judge that, not the coaches, so they'll be doing their own test on the player to see whether he has suffered a head knock. But from my eyes, it doesn't look promising.
It's Tane Tui Pelotu out there with the hoodie on and the red bin, and the blue card has been given by Steve Newson. Tui Pelotu, former Wellington Lion and Hurricanes play. What a great one last night for the Wellington Lions against Auckland. It's always good to beat those Aucklanders, especially at Eden Park.
And there's some wonderful talent coming through as well.
Yeah.
Goodness. The Centurions and the under-19 teams are also very strong. So the future of the Lions and possibly the Hurricanes is looking very good.
Very good indeed. So it looks like that is jersey 22, Charles Tristy, that is coming on to replace Alex McClashen. He wants to go back on, but that's good decision by the management staff of Scots and also the referee Steve Newson.
I'll be surprised if he comes back on. And we wish him all the best.
So Lawson feeds the scrum, solid platform. He brings it out to Va'a, stretching it out through the midfield. Here goes Richard Jones. Scragged down, 3 metres inside Wellington College's half. Met up well. Good work again by Dan Hawes. He's been extremely good this season, has the hooker for Wellington College. Ollie Church nearly fended off, but done extremely well. An air in hand, but knocked on. It's a Schwalger has the ball. And every time he touches the ball, folks, watch out. It's dynamic. Now they stretch it out again. Here's Callum Connell. Loose ball for Faulkner. Sims skips it out. Took Kawati. Slipped by Shea Boshier. Still going here is Putta. And it's met up, strong hit there that time on
Harry
Law. And turned over by Scots. The advantage has been played. And here's the penalty for Scots College. On the knee, no clear release.
Harry Law's length frame really couldn't stand several tacklers by Scots.
Although we have the benefit of a scaffold here at Wellington College, we also have to watch out occasionally for the rugby ball. And sometimes it gets stuck in the trees, and if there is some wind, it sometimes can land on our heads.
Well, early days and the competition is very equal at the moment. Both teams are trying to battle for forward supremacy, and it's very tight at the moment.
It sure is. In the other semi-final, there is 9 minutes gone there. Silverstream are ahead 5-0 over St. Pat's Town. Just a reminder, folks, you can watch that as well on our YouTube page. Here we go. Charlie Barton, who played in the blocking position in the final last year. Successful line out to Lowe. Smashed up by his opposite number in Schwalger. Looking to hold him up. He's doing well. And now they have to release. And it's been stripped out by Woodman. Excellent work just before Lowe hit the ground. Here's Dan Hawes. Still going. Offloads it out to Boshier. He kicks it in. And chasing back there is Tristy. He kicks it infield. Sims lets it bounce off his right knee. Passes it back to Charisma Faitala. And Charisma still going. And brought down 10 outside the 22. It's a little slide of drizzle. Just making a little bit of a nuisance at the moment. An advantage being played here for Wellington College. And it's been taken quickly by Sims. I'm not sure if he was actually on the mark. Might have been in front of it, but play on is the call. Wellington College well known this season for wanting to play a fast game, particularly from penalty time. It's slow for Faulkner. Sims out to Faitala. Boshier has gone backwards and into touch. And so Scots will have the line out throw. 0-0 here at Wellington College in this semi-final. And both teams, particularly in this forwards, are still making.
There was a missed opportunity by Shea Boshier. That's a shame the pass was rather tough to catch.
Oh, nearly picked up by Faulkner. Tied it up that time by Boulay. Oh, met up high that time there was Cosgrove and Lawson. Wrapped up again, Barton brings it down 12 away from halfway.
Looks like he's going to kick. And
Box kick, charge down, but if he's gone back, Lawson. Lawson's done extremely well under real pressure, but we're coming back for the forward pass. And you can hear the levels in the crowd, folks. That's the Wellington College faithful.
Well, that's the furthest Wellington College have been in Scots territory. So a great opportunity for Wellington College.
The scrum platform. An excellent opportunity. Both these first 15s are coached by former All Blacks. Pity Wepu, Namir Tialada, John Swalger for Wellington College. Scots by Dominic Bird. Only just retired from rugby last year.
Well, Scots certainly have an impressive appointment there. I mean, he's a wonderful lock and has a long history of playing rugby at the highest level. So a good battle of the coaches as well.
It will be. Score update from Silverstream. St. Pat's Town have just scored in the southern corner to make it 5-all. Good push by Scott. Swalger's knocked it on. An uncharacteristic mistake by the young Year 11. And you wouldn't think he's Year 11, Andrina.
Yes, he's certainly got a great future ahead of him. He's always breaks advantage, and he was one of the few players that did that when they played Nelson.
That's
at
right.
Quad. Looks like Scots may have got a slightly more dominant scrum there.
The question will be for Scots is if they get any injuries throughout the game, is their reserve what they have on the bench. Much better that time by Wellington College, putting a bit of dominance on. Ball's being kicked down towards the 10-metre mark, picked up by Boshier. He knows one thing, and that's to run straight into Barton. Faulkner speeding out centre field with Ollie Church. Church passes it out to Loophole, but will come back for the first infringement, which was
The knock-on, was
a knock-on.
I think they're trying to play at pace, so they're making those micro errors. Perhaps they need to sort of calm down a bit and control the ball a little better. But they're in the right side of the pitch, that's for sure, Wellington College. It's still a very equal battle out there.
Well, the light drizzle has disappeared. And this field is just in fantastic condition. It's known as the graveyard, and particularly at this time of the year, mainly, it's always chewed up, but it's in fantastic nick.
Well, aren't graveyards usually boggy?
Yeah. Well, kick down to Vitala. He passes it to Boshier. He goes for a run again. Oh, he gets past the first tackler. Brought down 4 inside Scots territory. Faulkner smashed by Narimu. Massive hit there by Narimu. Law with the ball. And Boshier is not looking too flash.
No, he's not at all. Is it his hand?
It looks like it might be his hand. Hopefully nothing too serious, but there is a handy replacement on the bench in Finn Layton.
Very handy. But Shea Boshier did a flying horizontal there and landed quite hard. It was just unfortunate that there was a dive involved, so he would have landed very hard from that position.
So time off here. Also looks like jersey 13. It's not Richard Jones. It looks like it's Kawati who's receiving a bit of attention as well. A bit of a change in the jersey numbers from the program. So Boshier still being attended to. Time is back on, so he appears to be fine. So nil here still in the semi-final. 14 minutes gone. This game is just waiting for one team. One team to get the scoreboard ticking over.
Well, certainly Wellington College would want to make the final for the first time in, 6 or 7 years. The rumour is they're absolutely sick of losing in the semi-final, so perhaps
sure
it's
are.
going to be their year. But may the best team win.
May the best team win, exactly right. Of course, they beat Scots in a semi-final in 2017 out at Scots. That was 27-14 that day. Ended up playing a very talented Silverstream team in that final. And Aaron Boot on the field. And it belongs to Cosgrove.
Well, that was a nice drive through.
Well, nearly looked like Wellington College nearly got the turnover, but Scots still have it. Naurimu with the ball. Gets out of the tackle of Church. The hands off Advent Va'a. Straggling. Wow, this is a great run here, this time by Kawiti. And they've lost the ball on into contact. So at the moment, this game has just been played in between the 22s at the moment, Andrina.
It certainly is. I think Wellington College will be very happy with that.
Well, scrum time again for Wellington College. Would it be fitting that they, if they can make the final, that the Premier 2's also in the final as well, and potentially could be playing Silverstream in both?
Well, they could be. Be nice if Stream lost for a change, wouldn't it? They've sort of cleaned up everything over the last few years, so give us a few bones here, some scraps.
Fed in by Faulkner. And first penalty at scrum time goes against Scots, and that was against Bulliai. Pulling down and losing his balance. So Archie Sims, his brother George, was a halfback in the Wellington College first 15 back in 2020. He was the captain of the team.
That was at least a 30-metre gain.
Yes.
Very good kick and slightly a head win, would you say, Brad?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So excellent work there by Sims. Secured by Law. Out to Lupo. He crashes through, just short of the 22. Out to Connell. Law. Out to Church. Church offloads it back to Connell. Enterprising play from Wellington College. Swolga ball in hand. Sims skips in front, out to Lupo. Stretching through. Hingston Mill, but it's gone forward and knocked on. And there's another Scots player looking worse for wear, Andrina.
It certainly is. Scots defended very fiercely there and got the reward with putting too much pressure on Wellington College.
And the medics are on very quickly. That looks like it's Richard Jones.
That would be very unfortunate if he goes off.
Oh, he missed a few games this season with injury as well. So Newson in there with the medics. This potentially could be another blue card. Score update. Silverstream are hot on attack just on the line, and they have just scored, and it's now 10-5 to Silverstream over St. Pat's Town.
Well, certainly Stream are the favourites for that game, with the devastating loss of Town's coach, which we wish that family all the best.
Yes, Willie Leota. Yeah.
Outstanding man. Wellington College donated to the appeal, the rugby community, so I was delighted to see that.
There was a lot of support throughout the wider rugby community too, wasn't there?
Absolutely. And that's what rugby's about, Brad. That's
is.
why we're involved.
Of course, Willie himself, he actually coached a few years ago with Scots, and he was the head coach of the team in 2021 that drew with Silverstream in the final at an empty Sky Stadium, because no one was allowed to be there.
It would have been weird.
It was certainly weird, that's for sure. Well, Jones is back on his feet, and he appears to be going off. Maybe that was another blue card. It is. He's gone off the paddock, so 2 important players leaving the field for Scots. How crucial the loss of Richard Jones is going to be.
That's 2 significant losses for Scots.
So we've finally got time back on. The Scots have only got 4 remaining players left on the bench. Lawson feeds, good push by Wellington College. They get it out just in time. Va'a kicks it downtown. Vitala does well with a roly-poly. He kicks it down towards the 22 again. Va'a, ball in hand. Finds some pasture, but it's gone straight to Sims. And a kicking battle. He tries to plug, but referee Steve Newson is coming back for a penalty against Scots, being in front of the kicker. Now, decision time here for Wellington College. Andrina, what would you do?
Well, they haven't lost a line out yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
Yeah,
no.
so I think they will kick for touch. That was a good call by the ref because he was further away from the action, and for him to spot that was excellent. I don't think I would have if I was refereeing.
Well, we didn't see it either from up our commentary position.
Yeah.
So, line out time again. Attacking opportunity, 6 away from the line. Taken by Law, sorry. And they put this ball down into quarantine. Try to march it forward. Use it once has been given. It's still going here for Wellington College. Just short. Are they going to get on the line? Referee Newson has said it's unplayable, and it's going to be a 5-metre scrum for Scots. Well, nearly getting over the line that time, but it came unplayable. The Scots forwards doing enough to hold out Wellington College.
They've been impressive, actually. They certainly are holding their own against College. They look slightly bigger, Brad.
Yeah.
Would you say that?
Yeah, they're well known for having relatively big forwards, particularly in the front row, Scots. So here we go. Good push again. Ball comes out. Oh, messy by Lawson. Charge down. Picked up. Wellington College have the ball, and advantage has been played for a knock-on. Sims runs into the traffic. And there's a penalty, and it's going to be a double blast to the whistle. Oh, and the pressure's mounting on Scots.
That was a war zone in there, wasn't it?
Was it? What?
Everyone was involved. It was hard to actually spot exactly what had happened.
Well, Newson.
Looks like he's going for the card.
Yeah, and it's going to be a yellow. Right, it's a yellow card for Kawati by the looks of it. Kawati. And tip tackle was the call. That was on Sims, who ran into that heavy traffic.
And the crowd start roaring.
And they've elected to go for the scrum, not the opportunity for the shots at goal. So they sent Sink.
I think that's a good call. They have one player advantage, and it's a midfield scrum, which is always difficult to defend.
Faulkner. Fed in well. Schwalger nearly messy at the back again. It's been stripped from Schwalger, but that time Lawson has absolutely shanked that kick, and it's going to be coming back for the original knock-on against Wellington College.
Well, that was a missed opportunity there.
It certainly was. Silverstream have scored again. It is now 19-5. Silverstream ahead of St. Pat's Town in the other semi-final. So the stream machine seems to be ticking along. Here though, we still haven't had any points in the semi-final. It's still 0-0. Finals action at its finest. We've been blessed in the capital city in the last month or so with some great finals, particularly in the club level.
And what I've noticed is the increased support of clubs and school rugby. The sidelines are packed, and that's what we want to see.
Lowe runs it off. Passed out and gone forward, and Falcons someone on the touchline.
And the crowd roars.
And so they will have an option of a line-out or a scrum.
Well, Wellington College will need to get a jiffy on and start looking to score in this period of advantage. And if they don't, I think that will be a very successful period for Scots.
So they've elected to go for the line-out. Dan Hawes with the throw.
Just been named in the Centurions under 18. So a very talented player.
Taken by Law. Schwalger again. Nearly loses his shirt in the tackle. Ollie Church. Picks and goes, and they pick and go again through Harry Law. Schwalger again. They're building nicely here at Wellington College, but they've knocked it on. So they're spending a lot of time in this Southern 22. They're making a lot of errors at the moment.
And I can't also say the ball's slippery either.
No.
Because it certainly isn't. I think College would be disappointed with that. The pick and goes were very good, but I can see Scots are really trying to strip the ball at every occasion. And it's putting pressure on the players when they go into contact.
Of course, the winner will play in the final at Jerry Collins next Sunday. It's going to be the curtain raiser for what I heard for the Wellington Lions against Taranaki.
Well, that's very exciting, and I'm sure College would want to be there after their 6-year drought. Exactly.
Good offloads and the tackle there by Scots. Still finding it hard to get out of the 22. Advin Va'a kicks it down. But there's a penalty against Wellington College for being offside. So good call there by Steve Newson. Sharp eye today.
The sun is not blinding him, that's for sure.
No.
He's certainly on point.
So 10 minutes to go in the first half. Still 0-0.
I think the game reflects the fact that neither forward pack has ascendancy over the other.
Yes, correct.
It's very equal, and I think that's why the score is a 0-0. And that just goes to show what a tight battle it is.
So, Charlie Barton, the hooker with the ball, right on halfway, eastern touchline. Overthrown, picked up by Faulkner.
Dominic Bird won't be happy with that.
No. So you see a lot in rugby at the moment, overthrowing. I don't know, it seems to be a tactic that some of the top teams use. We'll come back for the penalty.
Well, it's not as if they can't make 5 metres. So.
No. So off their feet is the call from referee Newson. And what's Sims going to do here? Shot at goal, perhaps?
Well, there's still, is the player still in the sim bin?
Yes, he is, yeah.
So I'd say they'll go for touch. And sure enough.
Well, 102 points this season, 37 conversions, only 2 penalties for Archie Sims. So that's reflecting the attacking nature of Wellington College this season.
Archie Sims and Charisma, the 15, are very safe under the high ball. I wonder if it's because they participate in the field events at the McKevity Shield. They're doing the shot put and the javelin and contributing to their success there.
Well, of course, we picked up a medal in the shot put in Paris overnight.
Mehdi Wishi. Yep.
Oh, stretched out. Here we go. Shea Boshier. This is going to be the first try of the semi-final. A great set piece.
Simple draw and pass. Works every time.
Every time. And it is going to be Shea Boshier with try number 5 in the Premiership this season.
Well, obviously his wrist wasn't as injured as what we thought,
No.
Brett.
He's another player who's also been selected in the Centurions under-18s for this year. And so finally, there are some points on the board here at Wellington College.
It was a really simple, well-executed move. There's nothing more beautiful than a simple drawn pass.
Exactly right. So Archie Sims, this forward from Governor General's House touchline. Just outside the 22.
And just off the Scots supporters with their horns as well.
Yeah. The joys of first 15 rugby. Sims has stretched that one out to the left-hand side of the post, so the score remained 5-0. And we've got 6 minutes to go before half-time. Still 19-5 in the other semi-final. Silverstream ahead of St. Pat's Town. So Advent Va'a kicks it down towards the 22. Picked up by Woodman. Plenty of players there in support for Colt. Faulkner with the high box kick. Lawson underneath it, he's knocked it on. And can Wellington College mate Scots pay? They've coughed it up too, so we'll come back for the first infringement. A scrum right on halfway, 16 in from the eastern touchline.
I wonder if he got the sun in his eyes, because he's normally quite safe, so that could be a potential reason. But midfield scrum on the halfway mark.
Great opportunity now for Wellington College. Playing with great sense of confidence behind them. The push comes out again. Putter, Sims, out to Vitala. Can Boshier get it from the offload? Boshier's got it again. He kicks it in. Oh! They did well there, Scots, and Lawson only could do one thing and ground it in the in goal. And Newson's called a goal line dropout. Well, yet again, that combination of Vitala and Boshier causing havoc down this right-hand side of the field.
Charisma Vitala, beautiful silky spills and lovely running lines. He is a gorgeous runner.
Goal line dropout, straight into Lupo. And he's going to run it straight in. Oh, he breaks through! He could go nearly all the way. He offloads it out to Law. Law being scragged there by Naremu. They have to release, knee on the ground. Faulkner. Sims stretching it out. Here goes Callum Connell. He nearly cut open. Church acting halfback. Sims firing it out. Higston Mill. Oh, he couldn't get there. They throw it back. It's gone into touch.
What a save by Scots College.
Oh, they were
desperate.
Under massive pressure.
Absolutely.
And Brandon Lowe is not looking too flash as the number 8 for Scots, and we have time off.
And those were quite significant.
Looked like he's nursing his shoulder, but he appears to be fine. And the sin bin period has come to an end for Scots.
Who did Scots play last week, Brad? Do you know?
St Bernard's last week.
Okay.
Yeah, they...
I wonder if they came away with some injuries.
Yeah.
St Bernard's have a tough forward pack, and I wonder if they've come into this match with some niggles.
Yeah, they won pretty comfortably, but St Bernard's, though, they like to defend. Of course, Wellington College, I think 2 seasons ago, only just won out there that time, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
And they almost lost 2 Hibs this year as well.
That's
that was
right.
very close. The swings and roundabouts of first 15.
It sure does.
rugby. That's what makes it so exciting.
It sure does. You can never predict the result, despite your position on the table.
Well, for the best schools competition in the world,
Yes.
some would argue. I think Wellington College are growing in confidence, though. They've been camped in Scots territory for some time now, come away with some points, but probably not enough.
So, another reset here at scrum time. Just a bit of imbalance in the front rows.
I still feel Scots are certainly holding their own. If not slightly superior, I'll give it 55-45 at this stage. And you're welcome to criticise me afterwards, audience.
Well,
But-
fed in. Here is Faulkner at the back. That's a putter, wrapped up by Advent Va'a. Schwalger rolls off. The advantage been played. High tackle. They pick and go again. They're over.
That is a try.
Oh, it's held up.
Oh, I thought it was grounded, so
Yes.
obviously my eyesight's not good, but the ref was there. He was in a good spot.
Well, it looked like Hiram Beefham got over, but referee Newson said held up. But we'll come back for the penalty for the high tackle. So they'll go for the line out again on the 5x5.
They're number 14.
So, minute and a half to go to half time. How important will second try here be for Wellington College heading into half time? Taken by Law. They look for the drive, but Scots are pushing them back. It comes out under real pressure. Scots have done extremely well, but Wellington College still in possession. Spolger at the back. I'm going to pick and go again. It's aggressive. Beefham. Well, the faithful on the terraces don't like something that happened then. It's been knocked on by Church. Narimu has the ball. And we'll come back for the knock on. And just a bit of push and shove going on here.
And I think I saw some punches being thrown before as well, so this is...
Not what the game needs.
No, not at all, but obviously it's very competitive out there.
Semi-final action.
Yeah.
It's always going to be intense. And referee Newson, he doesn't take any nonsense.
Well, I think Wellington College will be a little disappointed that it didn't come away with more points from that passage of play. I think it was a missed opportunity. And I think Scots have done very well to defend in that passage. So they will consider it a real success.
So referee Newson is just talking to his assistants.
Are they going to get through? He's calling captains in.
So Harry Law and Lawson have been summoned.
Jesus Christ, that looks cool.
Well, we're listening to Steve Newson, and he's really giving the captains a telling off. He's literally telling them not to muck around. We're here to play rugby and none of that. Oh, maybe they should employ him as a pastoral care person to tell these students off sometimes. So, no players have gone to the bin, and I think that's just going to be just a telling off for both teams, but we'll come back for the penalty against Wellington College. Half-time in the other semi-final, 24-5 to Silverstream over St. Pat's Town. Ball hasn't found touch, and so Wellington College might have the last attacking opportunity of the half. Out to Putter. Brought down 12 inside Scots territory. Loophole. Rolls out. Barton in there. Sims receives it. Kicks it through. Oh, big hit by Lowe. Oh, picked up by Faitala! Charisma Faitala!
What a great rugby brain. That was a beautiful line that he ran.
Well, it was an excellent kick by Archie Sims, who was flattened by Brendan Lowe. But Charisma Faitala pounces and scores the second try. Right on half-time for Wellington College, 10-0 with the conversion to come.
One might consider that fortunate, but it is justified reward after their dominant possession and territory in those last 15 minutes.
So Sims with the conversion attempt, this time on the other side of the field. 2 outside the 22, 5 in from the eastern touchline. As the Spirit hands on the terraces rise up with the occasional horn from Scots. So Sims strikes it. He's got the distance, but it's unsuccessful. And referee Newson has called half-time. And Wellington College are ahead 10-0 Andrina, but many would probably think they should be further ahead.
I think so. They've dominated possession and territory for that first half. In fact, I can't remember when Scots were last in Wellington College half or before the 22. So I think that's a success for Scots. They've held Wellington College to 10-0.
Well, it's half-time here at Wellington College. We'll be back in a few moments for the second half to decide and see who is going to go through to the final. Welcome back to Wellington College. 10-0 to the home side ahead of Scots. And Andrina, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, I think Wellington College certainly dominated territory and possession for a large part of that first half. So I do think they'll be disappointed they haven't come away with more points, but they're still 10 up. I think Scots certainly are slightly superior in the forward battle, but it is relatively equal. And the wind has just come up.
It has,
Brad.
hasn't it? Yeah.
So I think that might favour Wellington College because it will be behind them in the second half. So I'm looking for Scots to get more territory and possession.
So here we go. Second half is underway through the boot of Archie Sims. And it's been well taken. A good break here by Scots. Good run there by Keanu Rash.
And what a great tackle by Bentley Faulkner.
Faulkner, yeah, only little
Yeah,
half.
little half back.
Of course, his father played for Wellington College first 15.
Brad Faulkner.
Brad Faulkner.
Yep.
Played for Pornicky too,
Yep,
didn't he?
Yep. A great supporter of Wellington College. That's what we like to see.
Oh, that's a flat kick. And being picked up by Boschier. He gets it over the top, and it's gone out on the full. But referee Newson is coming back for a penalty. Offside. And you mentioned the wind, Andrina.
I think that was certainly had some impact. So Archie Sims should be picking up on that, and I expect to make him some more strategic kicks as a result.
And he's going to go for the shot at goal.
Well, I think that's interesting but wise in the circumstances.
Sims, as mentioned at the start of the broadcast, so he had a full house in a traditional. So far, he's hadn't got a conversion yet, or any points for that matter.
There have been more difficult angles, so this should be a bit simpler for him, although it is closer to the halfway mark.
Well, Silverstream have scored at the start of the second half in the other semi-final. It's now 31-5.
So unlike the Stream Town game, viewers are getting value for money from this game.
They are, aren't they? So here we go, Sims. Good distance, it's straight through.
Nice kick.
And it is 13-0.
Do you prefer the horns or the chainsaws, Brad?
Oh, I'd stick to the horns, I think. So. Well, we don't want to be like the Beatty Rangers from St. Bede's and their chainsaws, that's for sure. I know Silverstream did try it once, but
There's a sort of rural beauty about them, though, isn't there?
there is, yeah. Short restart by Scots.
Oh.
And they knocked on that time there by Iono. And Lawson out to Brendan Lowe, who's having a strong game as the number 8. And they swarm around him quickly. And potentially the arm hasn't come out, but I thought Newsom was going to blow a penalty there. He's going to come back for a knock-on. And I think Brendan Lowe was probably a little bit unlucky. It looked like the arm of Law might have come up around his head area, but officials said play on. A few substitutions happening.
Hey, let's pick it up, boys. Let's go.
And that looks like it's going to be looks like the whole front row for Wellington College, is it? It is too.
Well, Seb is coming on as the new hooker, and as we all know, he's a wrestler. But did you know his coach was over with the New Zealand Olympic team?
No, didn't
Yes.
know. Well.
So he's certainly getting some good coaching, and he has said that wrestling has helped him with his hooker skills.
So a full front row replacement. Seb Hopkins, Corbin King, Julius Toimata. There's a sign of why they brought them on. But they've stretched it out and out to Kawiti. Scragged by Hingston Mill. High pass picked up by Tobias Mini. Mini rolls. Edwin Va'a with Narimu. Flattened by Toimata. And Scott still with the ball. Slow coming. An advantage has been played against Wellington College. And there's another player down here for Scots. It looks like it's Carter Willamant. Jersey 11, nursing his arm. Of course, Carter Willamant is the grandson of Mick Willamant, former All Black.
Well, the Willamant under-16 tournament.
Oh no, it hasn't found touch, the kick again. And Swolga, listen folks, here he goes! Bang, smash over the 22. Advent Va'a feeling the impact of that. Underneath it is James Farvel. He kicks it down to Sims, who nice kick into the 22. Oh no, it's just got to fall short of the try line.
It bounced in.
Oh, it's been carried back. And it's going to be a 5-metre scrum.
Well, certainly Archie has read the conditions well and has recognised the wind advantage. And he's certainly made the most of his opportunity there.
Wow. Excellent vision by Sims. I think he was trying to hope for a 50-22 there, Andrina, but it's come up even more trumps. They've got an attacking scrum.
Well, the bounce of the ball, it's not round, and there's a reason for that.
So, scrum time again. Full front row replacement for Wellington College, showing dominance already. Schwalger, oh, nearly messy at the back. He goes himself. Scots have done pretty well around the fringes of the breakdown. High pass out to Boschier. Can he get out to Faitala? Offloads it out to Hingston. No! And Wellington College are in again. $18-0 with the conversion to come. And yet again, that's another scrum, another try coming off the back of a scrum move.
Well, the front row from Wellington College that's come on has certainly made a difference. And maybe that indicates that the Scots front row is tiring.
Yeah.
But that was initially pretty ugly, or a little ugly, but that beautiful draw and pass again by Charisma put Taina Hingston Mills into space.
And of course, the back three for Wellington College have all scored tries in the semi-final so far. And so Sims with another conversion, yet again on a difficult angle. This time a quieter end of the field, away from those horns. And that is a beautiful kick. Archie Sims makes it 20-0.
When he's on, he's a joy to watch.
That's an excellent conversion.
And tough with the wind conditions too.
And of course, he debuted last year as a year 11. Of course, many thought it'd be tough to replace Stanley Solomon, but geez, it's all not going to script at the moment for Scots. It's a bad kick from Va'a, and it's going to be a scrum centre field for Wellington College. How good is it to see Stanley? You know, he's scored a great try here back in 2020 against Silverstream. He's now in the Wellington Lions squad, New Zealand under-20s. He's still got another year with the New Zealand under-20s.
And you heard it here first. He has been training with the All Blacks this week.
Oh, has he? Oh, wow. So there we go.
I've got one over you for once.
You have actually, yes.
Yeah. Apparently, maybe, rumour has it, so don't hold me to it, the only one to do so. So they have obviously recognised his talent, and I completely agree with that. He is a stunning player.
Well,
and with a huge future.
That's great news for Stanley. It looks like it's going to be great news here again for Wellington College. They're on attack. Out with Harry Law. He offloads it out to Lupo. And they're 5 away, but unfortunately they've been penalised coming through the side.
Again, Scots haven't had much opportunity. They've been playing rugby in their own half. They need to change that. They need to gain territory if they want to win this game.
So the Scots penalty goes in to touch just in front of our commentary position. Just a metre over halfway. And some substitutions. Faulkner's afternoon has come to a head. He's going to be replaced by Rio Korsaka. So, Rio Korsaka, he's another one that's been in the Centurions selection this year. Oh, knocked on by Church, but it's been balked, and it's a free kick for Wellington College. And they tap, and they're going to have a run. Here goes Ollie Church. Ollie Church is the head boy of Wellington College this year.
And a reasonably fluent Maori speaker as well.
Yes. He was named in the, I believe, in the New Zealand under 18 Maori camp this year as well. Here we go, Hopkins. Wrestling forward. And they're a metre over the 10-metre mark. Woodman. Oh, Law, the locking pair doing run. Excellent well, but Law that time, who knocks it on. Under pressure.
What a clever tackle. Wrapped Laws and caused him to knock the ball forward.
Yeah, so on the shoulder. And it looks like another substitution is happening here for Scots as well. And that is Carter Willamant that has been replaced. Marlon Chung in jersey 20, we believe, is coming on. Year 13 student from Scots. And
how aggressive was Seb Hopkins there? Charging forward. You can certainly tell he's got some wrestling in his blood there.
Oh, exactly right.
It was a struggle to put him down, that's for sure. What a play to bring off the bench.
Oh, exactly right. Massive impact already. Lawson out to Va'a. Oh, it's being knocked on by Kawiti. And it's going to be a scrum. Centre field. 8 in the 22 for Wellington College. Another attacking opportunity for them.
There's nothing better than a midfield scrum. It is so hard to defend.
Well, it looks like Silverstream, there's still plenty of time to play in that semi-final, but Silverstream are ahead 41-5. So,
well, Scots will certainly need to get some points on the board soon, but they're just not in the right area of the park to do so at the moment.
And they've had a tough first half as well too, didn't they? Andrina losing Richard Jones and their fullback as well to concussion, being head knocks.
Alex McCaslin is a big loss. He's very quick.
So, after a reset, front rows are finally coming together. Korsaka out to Sims. He kicks it through, but this time it didn't work out like his one at the end of the first half.
Slightly loss of opportunity there, kicking it so early.
Lawson out to Barton. Charlie Barton's been kept pretty quiet this afternoon. He had a dynamic game in round 2. A penalty for not rolling away.
Let's hope they kick for touch this time. And stays out.
Yeah. And always, I know we've got the final next week, but we're getting closer to the top 4 as well, Andrina. That's always interesting to see from all the other parts of New Zealand who makes the top 4. Here we go. Lorenz Markle Strickland Reddy is coming on in 22. He's replaced Callum Connell. Another good player to bring on for impact is Strickland Reddy.
Well, he'll bring some strong straight running, so that might tire the back line out even further.
Oh dear. That throw was definitely not straight. And the mistakes just keep piling up for Scots. So another scrum here for Wellington College. 15 in from the eastern touchline on the 10-metre mark.
Scots will be disappointed with that.
course, we also forgot to mention, when we were talking about Stanley before, his mum, Erin Rush, is now the Vice President of the New Zealand Rugby Union. So,
I think she'll read a lot. She's got business acumen and has really a sound understanding of rugby in the community, and I think that's what's needed.
she's also going to be the guest speaker at the Wellington Rugby Referees Awards end of the month at the Exman Clubhouse.
Well, I will have to go then.
Yeah.
I'll prepare my difficult questions for her.
Well, you can give them to me, Adrina. I'm the MC.
I'm sure I can come up with something, as everyone will know.
Of course, the referees themselves, they had an evening at Johnsonville this week with the test match referees.
They're certainly doing a lot of work in the community and for the referees. They've had a big influx of new referees this year, and they are very supportive of them. And it's like a club. There's a great joie de vivre there. So good on the Referee Association for growing their numbers in what difficult times, really. I think rugby gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
But I've certainly haven't experienced some of the difficult behaviour that's perhaps in the papers.
No, that's right. So well, it's been good that in the Wellington this year we haven't had anything like that in the news, so that's been great. Here we go. After multiple resets at the scrum, we're back underway. Oh, Vaitala couldn't hang on, but it actually was a forward pass originally, so just overstretching that time, Wellington College. And we've got some other substitutions happening again, and looks like Wellington College are definitely going to finish up with the bench cleared by the looks of it. And that is George Woodman's afternoon come to an end.
Lazarus Webster, again another star in the McKevity team. He's very good at the jumps and throws as well.
And of course, Wellington College have won the McKevity Shield. I think it's 8 years in a row now,
They
is it?
certainly have.
Yeah. Good pressure, but comes out for Scots in time. Lawson, the captain, he's been tireless all day. And he's not giving up. There's the fiery whippersnapper halfback. Another penalty through the side. Lawson taking it quickly out to Narimu. Narimu fends off Sims. Oh, a good charge that time there by Tobias Meni. College up to the task. Kawuti wrapped up in the defence. Barton fires out to Advent Va'a. As the sun starts to come out late into the second half. Brendan Lowe swarmed around like a pack of bees by Wellington College defence. Bully Eye. Smacked down to the turf. Scots not been able to get over. Oh, that was a bit awkward there. A bit too much wrestling that time there by Corbin King. And referee Steve Newson very quick on the whistle that time.
If the other one's a yellow, that's got to be.
Yeah, it's a head roll and a yellow card. Good refereeing again by Steve Newson. Unfortunately, that time Corbin King was just a little bit too eager, and it was a head roll, and it was a yellow card. So, 20-0, about 21 minutes to go. Scots are going to put a scrum down, but can they get some points on the board now, Andrina, now that they've got an extra man on the field?
Well, they're in the right area of the park for a start. I think that's the great start. They've got territory.
So,
They will need to score here, though.
they will. You know, as that clock keeps winding down, it's only going to get harder as well. Now, of course, that was one of the props that was Sinbin, so
Corbin King.
Corbin King. So, therefore, Hiram Beetham has to come back on, and Hinkston Mill has to go off for this period of time.
Well, this is a prime opportunity there for Scots, who will have one man overlap over in the back line. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. Shall we put a bet? I'm picking blind, but we will see.
So let's see if Andrina's predictions will work out. Here's the front rows together with Lawson feeding it in.
Nope.
In the hands of Marlon Chung. Runs into Shavelshu. The ball's been knocked on. And Strickland ready has the ball. Watch out, folks. Here he goes. He rolls out of 2 tacklers. Brought down. 7 inside the territory. Harry Law. Wild pass out to Seb Hopkins. He offloads it out to Potter. Oh, he only just got clipped around the ankles. Only just.
That was very close. He would have been away for a try there.
Webster.
Good tackle.
They're building nicely here, Korsaga. Out to Sims. Oh, it's loose. And picked up on Aremu.
Who's had a bit of a quiet game, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. Yeah, he just
Hasn't had much opportunity.
Now, in round 2, when they played Wellington College, he was dynamic, but the way the game's gone today, it just hasn't suited his style of rugby. Here's Brendan Lowe. Wrapped up by Faitala. Good enterprising play. Excellent work. That was Seamus Flood that time.
I think that's the most I've seen Scots pass among themselves for the whole game.
Yeah. Oh, they're looking to hold him up. Claims were around the neck. Advantage has been played.
That
And
will be a
referee
neck.
Newsom. Yeah,
That was Ale Lupo.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely got it that time.
Well, as you know, I called that an under 55 match, and I said we don't want to be serial killers today. I've been impressed with Ale Lupo. I think he's been very, very keen to get involved with the game, and I think it's one of his best games that I've seen him play this year.
He certainly has had a strong performance today. There's Lupo.
And he still looks very alert.
He does.
So his fitness must be excellent. He is working hard, and it's showing.
Well, we know that the start of the season, Piri Wepa and Mia Tialana, they put these boys through the paces. There's a famous trick here at Wellington College. They make them run up.
They certainly do. Wellington College don't have much ground, so they run up that track.
Oh, nearly broken open that time there by Owen Cosgrove. And Lawson gives it back out to Va'a, and he has to readjust, but unfortunately runs into Swolga and Beetham. And they're holding him up, and they're getting players in there. Isn't he on the ground now?
They still haven't managed to get past the 22, Scots. Let's see if they can now.
Oh, Ollie Church nearly getting over the top that time. Good run by Rash. Driven back. They haven't set foot in the 22 at all this half.
No, they haven't, and they're going cross field, so that means Wellington College's tackles are effective.
Here's Narumu. But they swarm around him quickly. Well, Barton showing Hopkins who's boss that time, and now they're in the 22 now, Scots, but they've been bundled into touch. So Wellington College will have the line out inside their own 22. It looks like one of their players is, one of the college players is down in back plate. And that's jersey 18 by the looks of it, Toimata.
It goes to show how physical it is out there, though.
It's definitely a physical game. And Silverstream have just cracked 50 in their semi-final. Kiana Connell's just gone over to score. To make that 53 points to 5. So the medics are on. Well, Andrina, we've only got about 14 minutes left, and for Scots, first incursion into the 22, they're definitely going to steal this line out if they've got a chance of scoring next.
Well, I think they'll be disappointed, Scots, if they keep to the donut. but they have to play territory and they're not in the right area of the pitch to score. And they haven't really been in the game. It's very hard to score in your own half.
It certainly is. Of course, he's back on his feet now as Toimata, and we're going to have the line out. Seb Hopkins with the throw. And Ollie Church nearly steals it, but he's knocked it on. And it bounces around like a pinball machine. And advantage has been played here for Scots. Cosgrove has been brought down. Lawson surveys the options. Out to Va'a. Here's Narimu. And Narimu smashed by Stricken Reddy. And Lawson looking to speed it up again. Schwalger's in there. But he can't get the book. No, can't get the pill. It's messy for Scots. But unfortunately, taking the play without the ball. Tapped by Lawson. Can they score now? Big hit by Schwalger, but it's another advantage. They pick and go again. Building nicely. Just short of the line now. Here goes Brandon Lowe. Can he be rewarded for his hard work? He's just short. Wellington College keeping them out. They pick and go again. They're lunging, and an advantage has been played for them. Here's Narimu. Can he score in his 50th game? They're still going. Reaching in. Wellington College haven't experienced pressure like this all game. Now they take it out to Brendan Lowe. He's centre field. They swarm around him quickly.
Oh, they missed a big overlap, Scots.
They sure did. There was an opportunity begging.
That was.
Directly in front of the posts. Still under advantage. Now Remu's at the back. They pick and go. And they're going to be held up over the line. Lawson reaching in. They've got to take it out to the backs now, surely. They've got the penalty. Wellington College have got the try. No, it's actually a try. Sorry, folks. Well, the try's been awarded. I believe that might have been Narimu that scored, maybe.
That was pure grit and determination. Maybe they were thinking of the conversion before the try.
So Scots are on the board. 20 points to 5. The conversion successful. It's 20 points to 7. So Scott's on the board for the first time. And if that was Narimu, he was heavily involved in that passage of play there, Andrina.
And that's what happens when you have good territory and you put pressure on the opposition.
Well, there's still 13 minutes to go. So could we sense a comeback by Scots here?
Well, it certainly will give them some positive energy. That is going to have a mental impact on Scots. For the better.
Well, picked up by Rash. And Harry Law's going to be penalised for off his feet diving over there. And Rash has gone down in a pile of heap. Not looking too flash. But clumsy there by Law that time. That's good, he's back on his feet, so that's good news for Rash.
Wellington College are going to have to watch their play. I think the ref will be starting to focus on that for the last 10 minutes.
Well, they decided to have a run this time, Scots. Marlon Chung fires it in. It's been picked up there by Christie. And here's Narimu. Look at Narimu go! Up against his opposite number, Church. Brendan Lowe. Running wildly. He's knocked it on. And Schwalger. Thought he was going to go for a kick then, but he decides to run it up.
Do you feel Scots had some renewed energy there? And that's a direct result of the try. It's given them some confidence.
Well, Sims' kick hasn't found touch. It's been kicked down by Scots, but it's gone out on the full. And Marlon Chung was pleading that it actually did bounce in, but no. They're the assistant referee.
Corey. He will be on point there. He's a new referee this year and has already been refereeing Colts finals. Has had a remarkable rise this year.
Former player as well.
Yes.
Well, Corbin King's back.
He'll want to make amends for sure.
So, Simbin period has come to an end. That was pretty quick, 10 minutes.
How much to go? 10, is it?
Yeah, we've got
Yep.
11 minutes to go. Well, sorry, one actually. It's actually, we've got 69 minutes on our clock. It's a 7-minute game.
Well, that's right, because it was
Yeah.
at 21 minutes.
It was, yes, it was, yeah. So,
Sin bin.
it all
yellow
depends on the
card.
time of referee Newson, though.
Do you think we'll want to play another 10 minutes?
It has happened in a first 15 final before, Andrina. Wellington College playing Marnott. TJ Perenara hot on attack for Marnott. The referee, who hadn't done first 15 rugby all year, played an 80-minute final. Wellington College did win, though. Knock on against Wellington College at line-out time, so it's going to be a scrum for Scots.
Mistakes starting to creep in.
Well, Silverstream are now 60 points to 5 over St Pat's Town.
Oh, that's disappointing for a semi-final.
The Town were going really well into the passing of their coach, Willie Leota, and of course they had a massive win over Scots. Many didn't see that one coming, considering that Town were beaten comfortably by Wellington College here in round one.
I would have thought Stream would have wanted some competition to prepare for next week.
Yeah. So, having another reset here. Excellent Saturday afternoon of first 15 rugby. There's been some upsets around the country, particularly that Super 8 final.
And I see some old boys around. Jacob Kennedy, who's
Oh yes, Jacob
in
Kennedy.
the wider Wellington squad. Also,
He also too was a star on the quad here last year, was Jacob Kennedy.
it's good to see boys continuing on with their rugby. That's what we want to see.
Oh, and it's been knocked on by Scots. The pass was a difficult one for Marlon Chung to get hold of.
And also saw Sam Mayo in the audience there. He was a terrific player. He's playing for Parramatta Plymouton.
Yeah, he played last year for Pornick and moved up the State Highway 1 out to Parramatta Plymouton this year. So
Yes, he teased me about giving up. I said, don't you dare. He's so quick.
Oh yeah, he was another one that had a strong time in the first 15 as well. Was a good fullback. Now it was his brother in the second 15 earlier, wasn't it?
Yes, Rory.
Yeah.
Yes, probably fringe first 15, if not good enough to play. I expect him to carry on with his rugby and do very well.
Oh, here goes Hingston Mill. Fires it out to Finn Leighton. They call in the mullet man in the team. And he scored against Scots in round 2, but he's not going to get it this time as he's been penalised for crawling. And Lawson takes it quickly. It's been charged down, but they weren't back 10. So Scots get another penalty. So, can Scots get another try and try and salvage some pride for themselves?
Hope you haven't given up on them, Brad.
No, I haven't,
Scots.
no,
There's
not
still
yet.
some time to go. You never know if he's 15.
Yep. It all depends on what the referee has on his watch. So we may have the timer running on ours, but the referee is the sole judge of time. It's been overthrown and picked up by Korsaka. Out to Sims. Oh, Pata! He's going to be rewarded, is he? He certainly will. And that is icing on the cake for Wellington College. 25-7. And Pata scores. And that will be his second try of the season. And Andrina, that's Wellington College into the final.
Never say never, but I would say that the odds against Scots, primarily because I haven't seen them in the 22 much in the entire game. But Para's interesting. He's been picked for the under-18 Blues squad, Auckland squad, as well as the Centurions. So I wonder which way he will go. He's moved from Auckland down to Wellington.
Oh, wow.
And so here's a choice of 2 fine regional institutions.
Oh, well, there we go.
So we'll have to convince him to stay in Wellington, won't we?
Yeah. No, we don't want him residing up there in the city yourselves.
Well, it goes to show how prestigious it is to play in Wellington region if he's picked for the Blues squad.
Sims' conversion is successful. 27-7. Commanding second half by Wellington College.
I think Scots are starting to have their heads down now.
Finish strong, finish strong.
So Scots, can they finish strong?
Well, that's what they're saying on the pitch,
They
Brad.
Here we go, the restart out to Rio Korsaka.
What a lovely kick.
That is a beautiful kick.
Oh.
Oh, beauty. One bouncing over the line.
I think that's the furthest kick I've seen. How much territory?
that
Would that be 60 metres?
Maybe about 60 metres. Full time in the other semi-final, 60 points to 5. Silver Streamer into the final next Sunday. And by the looks of it, they could be playing Wellington College.
You heard it right here, right
Yeah.
now.
Out to the back line. Swolga wraps up Advent Va'a. And here's Barton, runs into Law, bounces off him. Swolga in there again. Swolga just slow getting out of there. Just throws himself into everything, does Sicadius Swolga. Awkward kick by Lawson. It's gone into touch. It's out on the full.
That was a poor kick.
And he's pleading that he was taken out late, but referee Steve Newson says no. And so Wellington College will have a line out just outside the 22. Of course, the last time Wellington College were in the final was 2017. They played Silverstream that day as well, so they're going to play them again.
They won't know what it's like to play at Pororua Park.
No.
Need to get some practice in this week.
There's Ollie Church out to Harry Law. And they're in the 22. Swolga with the ball in hand. Rio Korsaka out to Toimata. And Toimata's been wrapped up well by the Scots defence. Still going here. At the back. That's going to be a penalty against Wellington College for holding on. And Scots decide to tap and have a run out to Brendan Lowe. Out to Naremu. Juggles backwards. Just bouncing around now. Still going here for Tobias Mini.
They've got no choice. They have to run it
Yep.
at every chance.
Out to Barton. Swolga trying to get over the top. Lawson digs it out to Naremu. Kawuti. Another penalty against Wellington College through the side, taken quickly by Lawson. Lawson kicks it through. Vitala is back there. But some Scots players are chasing up into the hands of Hingston Mill. And Mill flirting around inside, just outside his try line.
No room to move there for Mills.
Slow coming for Wellington College. And the box kick goes into touch. And referee Newson looks at his watch and there's still time to play. Looks he's looking a bit gingerly there, Steve Newson. Might have pulled a calf.
Still got a smile on his face,
He
though.
does too. So Barton with the line out throw. Secured. Out to the back line. Knocked back by Cosgrove. Messi. Tied it up by Kawuti. And Scots searching for their second. Va'a. Many again. Kawati. Slow, patient build-up. Here's Charlie Barton. Runs into Church, who gets over the top of the ball.
Not on
He
his
loses
feet,
his
though.
footing. Yes, loses his footing. Oh, they've got numbers here. Can they stretch it out? Oh, it's gone into touch. Flag's gone up. No, they can't have that one, Wellington College. And referee Newson blows full time. And Wellington College are into the final next Sunday. And they're going up against their fierce rivals in St. Pat's Silverstream. They've contested many finals over the years, but this has been a dominant performance here by the home side this afternoon. 10-0 at half-time, 27 points to 7 is the final score in Andrina. The coaching staff will be happy with this performance.
I think they'll be delighted. They were really tested out there from the Scots forwards, so they will be delighted. It was very close. But what I liked about Wellington College is they denied Scots territory.
Yeah.
And kept them playing in their own half, and I think that the coaching crew will be delighted about that, because if they're not in their half, then it's much harder to score tries. They certainly will need to step it up next week, there's no doubt about that.
So Scott's first 15 season is over. Congratulations to Uriti Narimu on his 50th. Unfortunately, he won't be going to the final again, but Wellington College are the victors here today. 27 points to 7 over Scots College. They'll be playing Silverstream next Sunday. Curtain raiser to the Wellington Lions versus Taranaki. Many thanks to Andrina Patterson for joining the broadcast, and to our cameraman Dan Hicks. Splendid job as always behind the lens. And I'm Brad Hudson. Ciao for now.
Ciao.